One of my subscribers asked about using bleach. Okay, this is the house that I did. I power washed the deck, I power washed the house, and power washed the driveway. Okay, and the question was, do you dilute your bleach or do you use straight bleach? The answer is always I use 100% straight bleach on everything, and I soak everything in bleach. Okay, and does it hurt bushes and flowers and stuff like that? Yes, it can. Not that if you put, it's like spraying it on directly. Sure, it's gonna hurt. Bleach is bleach, you know? So what's happening here is this is a really, really interesting scenario. I was supposed to actually stain this deck in that cover coat. But what's going on here is that the cover coat comes in 3 thicknesses, times 2, times 6, times 20. Now times 6 only does fine hair cracks, okay? So let's define what fine hair cracks are. This would be considered fine hair cracks, okay? What you see here. Now, there's also problems with that because you got deep crevices in this wood. And if you look at this one, this is even worse. Big cracks. You see the cracks? Now, I know you see that. This camera's picking it up real good. The step weren't that bad. The treads were not that bad. The risers, the runs were not that bad. But the top deck boards are real bad. Now the problem is that I went to Lowe's yesterday to get the 4 gallons of the times 20, which claims that it will cover and fill in 1/4 inch deep cracks, right? That's what it claims. As you can see, I'm replacing all the boards, and here's a reason why. I'll tell you what's going on here with this. Okay. Let me get up here first so I don't kill myself. Here's the problem. When you start getting into stuff like this, okay? And this wood is really damaged. This is the 2 boards I replaced. So if you looked over I know my shadow's in the way, sorry. But if you looked at this entire deck, now this is what 100% straight bleach does. And this deck was green, man. Okay? See, look at this. That's the new top handrail board, and look at that. Look how clean those pickets came out. Look at that, it bleached it out completely. Almost looks like brand new damn lumber, except for this, all right? Now that's where that cover coat was supposed to come into play. Here's the deal. And I'll show you even worse stuff here. This is what we were contending with. When you start getting into weird stuff like this. Because see, they didn't want to spend but so much money to just make this. They're putting the house went on the market today. So we had a big conversation yesterday. And here's what happened. Let me get this camera turned around. Here's what happened. I went to Lowe's, and the product that they're selling that has times 20, Sherwin-Williams does not have this product. Theirs is only times 6. So it's actually designed for light cracks. They even confirmed it because I showed them the product from Lowe's. And what's happening is Rust-Oleum makes this particular paint product. It's called Deck Coat, okay? Deck Coat is this new product they came out with that has a multiplier of 20. Well, guess what? It's not in stock anywhere nationwide because it's such a new product that Lowe's, when they called them up, They say we don't even have this in any batches of this stuff made up because no one's ordered it yet. But they put out all this literature. The customer gave me the literature, says, let's go ahead and get 4 gallons of the times 20 and let's do the top deck. And then the multiplier of 6 to do the pickets and the handrails. And that should be good. Couldn't get the paint. They're talking 9 to 20 day order time. And you have to have a minimum order cycle. In other words, quantity for even Rust-Oleum to send the order out to any one particular store. They won't send out 4 to 5 gallons, especially since no one's ordered the stuff yet. Okay, so that's where we got into this weird dilemma. The house is on the market today, all right? I'm doing work on this place already. I've already had to nail this thing back up. It fell down, so I got my ladder up there. I've already power washed this place. I repaired the deck, which was really bad, the handrails and stuff like that. But then we had an impasse yesterday where, this whole couldn't get the times 20 stuff. And then we sat down and had a conversation about this. And I asked them what would be better for a new homeowner or prospective buyer if they came out. Remember, we're on a golf course. This deck oversees hole number 7. Okay? There's the flag right down there. There's the flag. You barely see it. Okay? So this is a premier spot on the golf course. What would be most appealing to a new potential buyer? Well, we all just looked at each other and said, well, a brand new damn deck. And I said, that's exactly right. Why don't we go ahead, instead of going through all this wait time, plus we got this big rain coming in this weekend, okay? That's another thing. We got a lot of rain, technically hit and miss all the time. It rained yesterday. So, I could put the stuff on, that super thick shit, but the thing about it is we can't get it. We just can't get our hands on it. And if we go by the multiplier of 6 and use just the stuff that says fine hair cracks, this deck's gonna look like crap. Okay, even you guys commented on that. You even said it would look like crap. So I'm agreeing with you. I told homeowners, I said, look, I've had a lot of people tell me, that, this is a garbage product. And I've used the stuff before. I don't like it. So we came to the determination, the amount of money that they're going to spend to have this deck fixed, power washed, and stained is going to be the same, basically the same price as me just go ahead and stripping off all the surface boards and basically rebuilding this bloody thing, okay? So that's what's going on here. So we all just immediately said, screw staining this thing and taking the chance of bad weather coming in, and let's just go ahead and let's make it look like a brand new damn deck because it's been power washed. Like I said, this bleach works good. And just again, I want to share this with you. This bleach, if you know what you're doing and you know how to apply it, tell me this looks brand new, and this is 15 years old. This is 15 years old. See, here's the new board. There's the new board. That's the 15-year-old board, 15-year-old board, but look at that, see? Look at that. Look at the difference. You can almost not tell the difference. That's the whole point. So that's where we all came in agreement on that. Because look at the contrast between this deck board, the picket, and the handrail system. It almost looks like brand new wood. Now, another good thing, I want to show you this too. Now, this deck was so bad underneath because remember, this is open down here. So let me make sure I don't kill myself. Hold on. All right. Oh, got a deal on this too. Nice. My brand new lithium ion handheld drill. I love this. It was $200 with 2 batteries. They were missing 1 battery, so they had it on sale for 99 bucks. And I said, shit, I'm buying this. But there it is. I bought that sucker, man, and I like it. That's the first time I ever had one with that much power. I have a little small one, but because I've been using this DeWalt all the time. This is my go-to all the time. But I want you to look at this. Look at that. Now this was solid black and green under here. Now you tell me. Look at this. It looks like brand new freaking wood. Tell me it doesn't look like brand new wood. Look at that. That's what straight bleach and a lot of power on a power washer will do. It'll burn the green off. It'll burn everything off if you know what you're doing and you stand back and you don't try to burn the wood, because it will destroy the wood. You know, that power washer I got with that 44 PSI, here's what it'll do. It'll gouge it. I mean, it'll put a freaking scar mark on all this wood, so you got to stand back a little bit. But tell me, look at that. Almost looks brand freaking new under here. Okay? I don't care where you look. There you go. Look at that. See? Okay. Now, I could go into a lot of detail with all this stuff and tell you guys how to do it step by step by step by step. Remember, I don't do a lot of how-to videos because I know there's a lot of craftsmen on my channel. And for me to just do that, then really it's just the beginners or the novice who are trying to understand this stuff. The reason I get 15 to 20 decks a year rebuilding them is because I use the same common sense approach all the time. I never change my style. Building, to me, this kind of stuff is really straightforward. It's A, B, C, D. You know what I mean? If I do those steps every single time, I'm gonna get great results every single time. And I'll have to guess my way through it. So when I do stuff like this, I'll tell people, okay, well, you want to see a picture of a deck, then I'll have a couple standby pictures on my phone, and I'll say, here's before, here's after. And they'll go, ooh, ah, ee, and there we go. And I get the job. So when we all came to the decision of doing it this way, just making this thing look brand spanking new, then power washing did, believe it or not, 90% of the damn work for me. It took all the green and black off and all the crap and everything but it was getting ready to be stained, because it does, that stain, any stain doesn't stick on a shitty, nasty, funky, deck if you don't power wash it first. You gotta really, really clean the hell out of it. So anyway, the whole point was that for this place to sell quicker, if this looks like a brand new deck that's just been built out here, well, you let me know what you think. Leave those comments. I just thought I'd bring you this. Because really, the cover coat, we couldn't get it. Can't get our hands on it. The times 20 multiplier stuff, which is through Rust-Oleum. It's too new. No one's ordering it. So Lowe's, Home Depot, and Sherwin-Williams, they just don't have anything like that in stock. And the stuff they got in stock is a multiplier of 6 that really is only designed for small cracks and fine, just not really heavily worn decks, but they claim it is for heavily worn decks, but it's not. Okay, guys, you guys have a blessed day, and it is a beautiful day out here today, man. I'm telling you what. But again, it'll change. Welcome to North Carolina. The weather will be different tomorrow. Y'all have a blessed day. Leave those comments. What do you think about this process?